All right, day 2. Gonna assemble this really quickly. I actually only have 2 hours to fully put this entire bike back together before I have to start heading to Pacifica. So because of that, I'm not gonna film that much detail. It's basically how I took the bike apart. So yes, I'm gonna film a little bit, but this video is just mostly gonna be me testing out my rebuilt bike at Pacifica. And I'm pretty excited to put it back together and see what it all looks like. All right, so I got the rear end assembled and we got the shock and then the bit of the old bike, and honestly that looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a super big fan of how that turned out. I like how there's just like a little spot of color there, and then the rest of the bike is gonna be gray and black. Alright, the bike's really starting to come together now. I got the front end on, got the rear end together. So next up, I think I'm just gonna mount the brakes and then put the wheels on. And then once I have the wheels on, it'll be a lot easier to do the bottom bracket since I don't have a bike stand. So gonna put on the brakes and then put on the derailleur and then just mount the wheels. Alright, well, we're pretty much there. Derailleur's on, everything's on. So I'm just gonna throw on both wheels and we'll be good to go. Alright, and just like that, the bike is done. And a hop, skip, and a 2.5 hour drive later, we finally made it. It was golden hour, so it was absolutely stunning. So the first thing we did as soon as we got to Pacifica was went straight to the big line. Now coming from Santa Cruz, I'm used to a lot of long and low jumps where you take them really fast, you don't go that high up in the air, and you just cover a lot of distance. But these jumps are shorter, only 15 or 20 feet, but you go up, really high air time. So right off the bat, jump straight in. This is my first run. I did the first few jumps pretty easily, but the last two scared me.
I was thinking about the 2 jumps ahead.
So I went back, this is go 3, took a solid 3 tries to get this, and you can see I did eventually pull it off. So after setting the big jumps, we climbed up to the top of San Pedro Mountain to do the mile, which is, as the name implies, about a mile-long downhill track. Since we didn't make it there till about 6:30, we only had time to do the jump line and do 1 lap of the mile, but as you can see, the mile was ridiculously fun.
Oh, this looks sick. Oh yeah. Oh, buddy. I like this line. Oh, he's down there. Honestly, I have more grip than I expect. Oh, this is a W he's talking about. Should have done that. Didn't look that bad. Those are fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Damn, all that climbing. Holy. Oh, this is so.
And with that, we finished off the day by doing the small jump line and riding out of there. I didn't record the last section just because it was so dark that the GoPro couldn't really see anything, but the sunlight coming through the trees was absolutely stunning.